Hello. I would like this light to not be glaring for you guys. How is everybody? Can you hear me? Fix something here. Thank you, Pat. Lots of people in here. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to start a few minutes early because I was not having technical issues. So, it's chilly in Indiana, says Tony. It has cooled down, but I'm wearing around a shorts and a t-shirt because, you know. Let's see. I see Krista, Pat, Maggie, Tony, Cat Lady. Did I miss anybody so far? I'm still trying to give this away. This is a contest that I announced a few weeks ago, so we're going to talk about that. So welcome to this Stitch-uation for Saturday, October 25th, 2025, where we talk about all things quilting in my world. This is a weekly video just to kind of chit-chat, visit, talk about life and quilting things, and sometimes it's longer than others. And today, depending on how I feel, I'm going to, at the end of this, start working on a little mini charm project at the end of this and just leave the camera running. So it turned into kind of just a light so long visit with me. I can give it to you, Starla. And so, Pat, I know the wrong people are watching, or I mean, you guys are not the wrong people, but they're not the right people are watching to claim it. So I know. So the way that it goes with my giveaways is I tell you how to play, and usually you have to put a word in a sentence, and you have to be a subscriber, and you have to like the video. You also have to claim the prize if I call your name. And so I announced it on Saturday. I give you till Friday to claim it by emailing me. And then the next day, when I do another Stitch-uation, if it's not claimed, I draw another name going back to the same original group of people. And I've done that twice now. And I'm still going to go back to that original video, which is October 4th. And I know a lot of you want this. It just, the random picker is picking people that aren't claiming for whatever reason. So, well, you are the right person, Pat. Hi, Joe and Rhonda. So we're going to, I do have a winner picked, and I will announce who that is. And this is for the Darling Peony fabric, which is I opened it up, but it is a layer cake and several yards of this really pretty off-white. And there's border and accent fabric in here as well, or the binding, sorry, as well as a pattern. So anyway, Rub and Pick is this line. It has not been released yet. And so it's kind of a sneak preview too. And this is something I got when I was in Moda. And you get this really cool bag and it makes this big quilt. And you're going to have tons of fabric left over. So hopefully today somebody will get it. Okay, so we do have listed on the website, I think about a handful of bolts from this line that you guys were interested in. It is available for pre-sale on softsquares.com under Darling Peony. So you can go in and see what we will be getting in, and if it strikes your fancy, go ahead and do the pre-sale on that. I, off the top of my head, do not remember what the fabrics were, but they were like florals from this line. I don't know. Let's see. Just to give you some ideas of what some of them could be. I honestly don't remember off the top of my head which ones I went with, but they were florals, and you guys were expressing an interest in them. So where did they go? I thought there were 3 or 4 different floral prints. I seem to only be pulling out the same 2, but in different colors. Anyway, Darling Peony is the line, and I have, I think I have some fat quarter or layer cakes. No, they're layer cakes coming of this line, and then just a few bolts I listed. So there you go. Aw, thank you. What's funny is this is a really old t-shirt, and several times I've been tempted just to throw it away, and I'm like, but then I keep wearing it, so evidently it's a favorite, even though I don't realize it. But thank you. Okay, so I'll tell you who the new winner is on that. But what I'm gonna do towards the end of the video is Ambiance by Three Sisters is a brand new line, and here's a mini charm of that. And I got a bunch of these mini charms in. So on Monday, little kits with this will be available to purchase. And it's going to be a mini charm with 3 fat quarters, because that's all that it takes to make this pattern, which is like a little pillow or a wall hanging. So this is all I need to do the front. I haven't decided my other 2 colors for what I'm going to do. So I will have those little kits available on Monday, but I'm going to start sewing on mine, and so you may get to see what it is, but you'll get the pattern and the 3 fat quarters and then the mini charm in the kit that you get, and Monday we'll have those available, so if you want to see that. So there's that. And then Amanda Murphy is, you know who she is. She has some new fabric coming out that will be here in November. Hi, Gidget. You're not late. I'm early. You're actually right on time right now. Melanie, it's nice to see you too. So anyway, this is what I get sometimes from my Venartex rep when I order fabric. So this is the lookbook for her new line. It's called Moonlight Serenade. I think there's only like 10 or 15. No, there's 15 bolts or 15 different SKUs, and they're 10-yard bolts. And so I've got them coming in, and I just thought since I found the lookbook, I don't usually put my hands on them, thought I'd show you what the fabrics are. And most of this book seems to be showing her patterns, not showing the fabric. It's not a huge collection, but I wanted to find the fabrics. Well, that's it right there. So it's a panel. See the really pretty blue. It makes me think of that blue china. So this whole line is coming in. That's a panel. And here's the rest of it. So she's got these 2 large panels that are great for long arming and just playing with, practicing the back of your quilt. But it's just a soft, pretty. Here is an overview. Blue and cream coming out next month. So I believe it's already listed on our website. I believe, but it is coming. Those of you who ordered Harry Potter, we're still waiting on about 8 different SKUs. It was so popular, even though I got my order in early and was one of the first to get my Harry Potter fabric, I still did not get all of it. So there's more coming, but you can still get it. Does it have 108? I don't think it does. So these blossom panels are 36 by 44. Okay. And this one is a ruler panel. So she's a long armor. So this right here is 24 by 43. So it's long and thin. And she's calling it the ruler one, so you can practice with that. But I don't see any long or a 108s on here, just the I'm not holding it very still. I'm sorry, just the fabrics, but they're so pretty. Definitely China, yeah. All right. Hi, Melanie. All right, so again, this is Amanda Murphy. If you wanted to know what she looked like. And oh, here's more of a little bigger picture up close of like the whole line. It really is not really big. I think 15 SKUs, but it's pretty. So it's coming. It is coming to softsquares. I'm cold. I don't want the fan blowing. It doesn't matter. The one over there is blowing. Okay. Did you know today's the 25th of October, and that means 2 months until Christmas? Please tell me you guys are a little more prepared than I am for Christmas. I fortunately don't have a whole lot I have to do as far as Christmas, but it's coming up on me fast because I've been thinking Christmas all year long with the Advents, and we are knee deep in them. Actually, it's coming about up here now. So I was going to take you on a little tour of our shed, not the shed, the storage container, so you can see how awesome it's been organized, but it's full of stuff for the Advent, so I don't think so. But we will do it afterwards. But the boxes are probably not going to ship on time, although, and I say on time because I was shooting for November 1st or the first week of November at the latest. And I think we can still get them out by the end of that first week of November, which gives us 2 full weeks between now and the end of that week. We are getting a lot more done than we anticipated because we've had a lot of setbacks, but I'm also still waiting on some things to come in. So we're working on it. We'll get them out as soon as we can. So I appreciate you guys being patient, but it is a lot of fun over here. Roxy lives around the corner from me and she's been helping out. So, I don't know if she'll give up on what she sees, but she's not supposed to. But, Roxy has had this little sneak peek on some things. She's not in the chat right now, but we usually see her. Hi, Nikki. Hi, Magda. Hello. Okay, so we have posted a contest. We posted on Facebook. I will be sending an email out. I can't say when. Just warning you right now, because I have got to figure out a lot of things, and I'm kind of preoccupied with the admin boxes. But it is posted on Facebook. We are doing a gift exchange for the Softsquares Softies, which is what all of you guys are. So thank you for being part of my community and being here and just making it fun. And Starla suggested it, and so she and Marlon have put it together, and we'll be overseeing it. But basically, the rules are, if you want to participate, you just need to be a subscriber and send an email to mrfixit@softsquares.com and let him know you would like to participate. There is a $40 limit, and you do need to get something off of the person's wish list off of softsquares.com. So you're giving them something that they are asking for, and then we will ship it to them. So you don't have to worry about that, but you have until the 20th of November to email Marlon, and he's going to send things to Starla where she'll be organizing and keeping track of stuff behind the scenes, and she'll be the one to reach out to with questions. And Roxy is here. Hi, Roxy. You want to come work this afternoon? Anyway, $40 we're thinking the maximum. $40 is still a lot, but you know what? In the world of quilting, it doesn't get you very far. So it just seemed to be a dollar figure. It just seemed to be a dollar figure that kind of made sense, but use your own discretion. We just don't want it to be a $5 thing because we want to be fair to everybody and be something that they want. So be sure that if you want to participate, you go on softsquares.com and set up your wish list. There's 2 things you can do with it. One, you can set it up so that it's private, which will give you a URL that you would share with whoever you want. And the other one is to make it public so anybody can see it if they search and they can see what's on there. I would recommend that because then, anyway, I would recommend that because then you can quickly get to what you need. You can also, people that you don't even realize might be thinking about you that want to get you something might surprise you with something, but you don't have to make it public. But you do have to share it with the person that gets your name. So we're going to, shortly after you get the emails to us by the 20th, compile a list and get that sent back out to you. And then if for whatever reason your list is not public with the person that has your name, we will try to work with you. But it's a lot easier if it's public, but it's not required. So totally understand that. But anyway, you need to place your order for your items by December 5th. And I know that seems early, but that's to give enough time to get the stuff to the person so they have it by Christmas because the mail slows down a lot. Okay. And so we're just asking to give us a little bit of time to get the orders done, but also the post office wants things by I think the 15th to guarantee that delivery, and we just don't like cutting it close. So the 5th is when we would like to ask you to please have your swap done, figured out. Maggie, no, we have no. Your name got skipped, and so your book I think got shipped yesterday. So sorry about that, Maggie. And I will go back and double check our billing, or our invoicing for the shipping, and I can see in there if it's not, I'll make sure it gets out today. I know it had come up, and I saw on our back order list your name was not crossed off, so I think my sister just skipped over it. She's doing a pretty good job, but little things happen, so we're working on that. But thanks for being patient. And I'm so sorry, Maggie, but yeah, it's coming. Let me see what the daughter wanted. Image. Yes. Sorry. Um, oh, we're getting helpers. Okay. Pat, you haven't got yours either. I'm hardly involved with the shipping anymore. So I'll put a note here to look into just to see if I can find out when they were shipped. Another thing is our shipping program changed, and now we can only refer to the old program, the last 30 days of history, and it has been really, really difficult to. Anyway, it's like why they switch it and limit our history, but anyway. Yes, actually, yes. You're right, Pat. We are. You asked us to hold it, but I can send it to you. Your books or patterns have been ordered, but they're not here yet. So we can still hold it. But you're right. You had requested 2 patterns, and they're not here yet. So if you want me to send them, I do remember seeing your thing now. I can send your book now, or you can wait. I'll let you tell me what you want. Yeah, Maggie, that's why it didn't happen. So. Okay, so the October Facebook contest is using the panel book, the Panel Perfect by Fabric Cafe. There's a lot of pictures that are getting posted to the group. You still have a week to enter your entry. Jeannie oversees that, and you guys, we have a lot of really pretty things in there. And I love this book because sometimes you just don't know how to use a panel, and this book has been very helpful. And so it's really fun to see what you guys are coming up with. I agree, Starla. So many lovely quilts have been made. Just really cool. So don't forget about that. And then the heads up for November, you're making anything snowman themed, wall hanging, bag, whatever. Okay. Snowman, just the fabric and or the pattern. I'm not going to be picky, but I love snowmen. So show me what you have. Great. Yeah, great. Thanks for sharing. Speaking of, I see Pat, and she's over the Quilts of Valor. I'm assuming she still needs things as usual. We do have a 108 for sale at a discount specifically for Pat. It's a 2-yard cut. You just type in QOV on the website and search, and it will take you to that specialized cut. And she does have a wish list for Quilts of Valor. So you can type that in. And we also, just anything red, white, and blue, anything quilting and sewing related are all things she can use. Maggie, I do too. Every year I buy more snowmen, and lately, I don't even decorate for Christmas anymore. I've been too preoccupied and too busy. As you can tell, I have a lot of crap already. It's like I just don't want more stuff out. So I keep buying at least 1 or 2 new snowman things. So, Star's asking how Piper's doing. We're going to the vet in about an hour and a half. She's not fallen over anymore, which is what was going on last Saturday. So I ran her to the vet when we were done, and the vet called her a drunken sailor. She was dizzy. She's doing okay now. And I think, Starla, what you told us to do actually was probably what helped her. But she seems to be doing good there. But the week before, she was having problems with UTI, and that habit is still happening. And so it's a follow-up on on both things, but more of that. So I'm hoping we could get to the bottom of that. So you love Christmas moose. Let's talk about the winner of this darling peony fabric, and the pattern is Heart of the Matter. And the person was randomly picked is Linda Wolf. You have till Friday to email me, Lynne, Lynne, at softsquares.com. You get the bag, you get the pattern, you get all the fabric, and you get this cute sticker of the peonies that looks like cross stitch. Thank you, Maggie. Yeah, she really is doing better. She's just getting old, but the falling over thing was very concerning. I know someone whose dog had a stroke and they were leaning and not able to stand, and that's the first thing I thought of. And so the doctor says strokes are very, very rare in dogs, which is comforting to know. But it's actually pretty common in older dogs to lose their balance. So now I have something. So Starla told me to get some basically motion sickness tablets. That's what a neurologist told her to do to help with her dog. And so we tried it. That's just a little portion of it, and she seems to do just fine. I've only had to give it to her twice. So congratulations, Linda. Yes, she's not in our chat right now, so hopefully she watches. Congratulations, Linda. Yes, she's not in our chat right now, so hopefully she watches the replay. That's why you never know what's going to happen on these. Sometimes I'm like a broken record, and I apologize. Not a whole lot new, but things like this happen where it's worth watching, right? Speaking of, I'm going to do a little contest. These are some really cute things that I had gotten directly from Moda or the designer for Sunbonnet. And the Sunbonnet designer is Heather Briggs. And this is a needle minder magnet. And so I have this big magnet that looks like one of her patterns. And then we have 3 labels. And these are all in the color palette of Sunbonnet. And Quilts Make My Heart Happy. This is also by Heather Briggs. So they're not fabric, but there are these 3 things. And so I'm going to give these away. So if somebody really likes that line, we still have some available of the fabric, but these 3 things would be super cute. And so I'm going to put that in there. So Terry says, find out if B12 will benefit your dog and your neurologic issues. Oh. Krista, I'm not surprised to see you perk up. That's cute about this. The Sunbonnet line is really pretty. So we still have, I think we have some, like 1 jelly roll left and a couple of the 12-piece fat quarter bundles that we had cut, plus some yardage, but it's going. So if you still want Sunbonnet, but let's do a drawing for this. And I'm going to announce the winner right here while we're doing this. So pick a number between 1 and let's see, 44 people on. Let's do between 1 and 75. I'm going to write a number down, and then you guys could go ahead. No, wait, actually, give me a minute. I need to write it down. Let's do, okay, 1 and 75. Start entering your numbers, and whoever guesses it will get these cute things from Heather Briggs. You guys are going to go cross-eyed trying to keep up with this. 1 and 75. I don't see it yet. Several of you have been really close. You're dancing all around it. Between 1 and 75. Maybe we'll get there. It's funny because sometimes you guess it like right away. Got it. Got it. Got it. Okay, time out. Got it. Go back and see who it is. I'm going to show you the number, and I'm going to try to review just to make sure I have the right person. But if you think you said the number, it's 71. I see Melanie Taylor, but let me confirm that she's the first one because you guys had it flying. Does anyone else remember putting it in there? Double check. These are such pretty colors, just the sunbonnet line. It's really, I have to tell you a funny story. My sister Shannon, she's got 2 daughters and 2 sons. And so her oldest daughter is married and lives in Arizona, and they talk all the time. And her daughter was actually here, or is here. She's in town right now. And she comes up to Shannon and she has her phone open and she's scrolling through. She says, "Do you happen to have something called Sunbonnet by Moda in fat quarters?" Shannon just busted up laughing because we did. And so she took our last large fat quarter bundle because her mother-in-law really wants that fabric. But like, what are the odds? We're getting to where we're carrying more and more things. That's for sure. But it was just a cute interaction. Okay, so from what I can tell, Maggie. Okay, Maggie, you said it. My chat is not letting me go back far enough to see all of that. So let me see. Sorry, let me just keep looking here, see if I can. Yeah, Melanie, I don't see Maggie, so maybe you said it a lot earlier. I'm limited on how far back I can go, and sometimes when you guys just get so much going on in there, the cutoff is in the middle of the numbers you guys are putting out, so I can't go farther to see the beginning of it. Let's see here. You must have said it like really early. And Marlon is not in here with me because he's watching the BYU game. There's a game, I think they're playing Iowa, and it started about an hour ago. And so he's in the other room watching TV. I don't have another pair of eyes. 71. You and Starla said it before, Melanie. Okay, I'm gonna have to check the chat, guys, which means I have to wait for this to populate. Sorry, but these will go to somebody. Super cute. It's gonna be Melanie, Maggie, or Starla. It's gonna. I did not say it. Yeah, she started running into the same problem I am. I don't know why they have a limit on scrolling back. I guess they just figure after a certain point, there's no need to go back, so they don't keep the history. But it does populate, and the whole history shows up once the video has been processed. So it'll probably be later tonight or tomorrow. But one of you got it. So congratulations. And you see Melanie and then Starla, says Krista. Okay. Mine shows Melanie first. Do you even see Maggie and all right. Okay, so the retreat we mentioned before, we have one opening on the week of the 3rd through the 7th, and then we have a couple openings still for the 31st through the 3rd. I got my dates all wrong. The first week in April, and then there's the week before Look at my calendar. I'm so bad. Okay, April 7th through 11th. We have a couple spots opening. We have one spot open, and then a couple spots for the week before, which is March 31st through the 4th. So that is what Lynne sees. Oh, it's 71 was our number. Yeah, sorry guys. I'm gonna have to just double check and get back with you. I'll try to let you know Monday. I should have an answer by then. So remind me if I don't mention it in the live on Monday to let you guys know. Okay, so but anyway, so this is going to be available on Monday. This ambiance. I'm not carrying the rest of the line. It just was so cute. But this is going to be these little mini sets. And so that will be available on Monday. The gift exchange. So you do need your wish list, but make a wish list even if you don't plan on doing the gift exchange, because it will help your family and you to get what you want. We also do gift certificates, and it's a physical gift certificate like this big. It's a really pretty, high quality gift certificate that we mail. If for some reason it's short in time and you need it emailed, we can do that. But I like mail and physical things, so it's a physical gift certificate that you can give to somebody if you are wanting to go that route. How do I get many charms from the new lines, or is it just something they send to you on occasion? Good question, Krista. So lately I've been doing a lot of things with mini charms because they were given to me different ways, but through Moda. But it's just a one-off thing. These was the ambiance, this little bundle right here. I actually ordered these, and so I have these little sets. And Moda seems to be the only one that does this, and these are 2.5-inch squares. So it takes 4 of these to be a charm. So I have, I don't order them very often because per square inch, they're not as affordable as just getting something bigger and cutting it down. But this is a nice variety if you need just a sampling. So this is what's really cute about this. And you can copy the URL link to your softsquares wish list so you can send it to your friends and family. Absolutely. Yeah. The wish list is fun. And also, I don't know if you guys know this, and if you have your account set up and you haven't done this, go in and do it. There's a birthday coupon that you get. So if you didn't fill out your birthday, go back in and put a birthday in there because you get a coupon. So can I demonstrate how the needle minder works? Okay. So this is a magnet. And even though it's in the plastic, it's still pretty strong. So you can see I have a safety pin stuck on there. So like when you're sewing, you can just that's a straight pin. Did you see that bend? Oh, we're not going to keep that one. I just use my pins until they can't be used anymore. So anyway, it's pretty strong even through the plastic. So you can, put what you do is you wear it on your shirt, or if you're doing a hand project, you can attach it to the project. It's a place to put your needles and sharp objects. I find before I had these, and still sometimes I do, when I'm doing things on the wall, I'll just start poking things through my shirt. And so it's an alternative to that because, you can forget or poke yourself. So that's what a needle minder is, to keep track of it. Anyway, that is that. Anybody have anything exciting to talk about? Yes, scissors. They're pretty strong. These actually are more like four steps. Maybe not this one. That's a little big, isn't it? How about these little ostrich ones? Yeah. It's a magnet. That's doing pretty good. Yeah, cross stitch. Yes, handwork. A lot of people love them specifically for handwork because it will. Well, you're sitting. Here's a package of needles. I'm pretty sure it will stick. I guess if you decide to put the whole package up there. So I have been super busy getting the advents put together, but there are so many fun things that I'm working on that I can't show you that are related to the advents. So I'm pretty excited to be able to sit down and just dedicate time to those. But we've got to get the advents out first. So we are definitely playing along. I'm going to work on this now. Seriously, it is. I just want to see how it comes together. I haven't done a whole lot with mini. See how it comes together. I haven't done a whole lot with mini charms. I have made some where I took all of the pieces and just like made a block and then, made into like a mug rug or a little, just, I didn't do anything fancy with it. This right here is a free pattern from Moda, and it's going to be quite small because I'm actually going to do half square triangles with these. You want to see that? I have shown it before, and I definitely can do it. Does anyone here use Scan and Cut for quilting? Starla, you want to hear something or see something? That's a Scan and Cut. And that's a dust collector because I have not had time to play with it. So I got it to do applique for my quilting. So I know it can be done. So this right here, I was working on at the retreat. It's just a quilt sampler called Peppermint Lane. It's a Christmas sampler, and I just used scraps of Christmas fabric that I had. And it's sitting there because I'm getting ready to put the binding on it. And it's going to have that red fabric you see right there. I just haven't had much time to sit lately and get it done. So I'm keeping it close by. I will work on it. So yeah, I did this. I finished it at the retreat. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. You want to come here? Oh, come here. Come here. Oh. Let's show the people. Hi. Isn't she cute? She's deaf. Mm-hmm. Yep. I don't think she hears anything anymore. I'm a machine bind. I don't can't. I don't even sew button on if I have to. I can. I am capable of it. I don't want to. Hi, Lucy. A Scan and Cut, you can feed it and it will die cut around shapes. I don't even think I have a sample here. So here's an example of why I got it. So you see those owls? Instead of putting them on the hoop and then it's stitching around and having to cut them out, which is what duckbill scissors are for, you can pre-cut your pieces and then it gets tacked down and you have a nice, clean, sharp edge. So it's a scanner, and then it will cut through. I'm not explaining very well. Scans and cuts fabric. Yeah. Yeah, cork. It will do vinyl. It will do. You can even tell you don't want it to scan. I mean to cut, and there's a place for a pen, so it will drop if you need to. Mine is by Brother, which is the brand. Scan and Cut is Brother. They have a special one that has Disney. So if you like Winnie the Pooh and Mickey Mouse, this Disney Scan and Cut will give you those licensed things as part of what comes with it. Yeah, I got my Scan and Cut a few years ago, and I was super excited about it, but then soft squares kind of got busy. So I haven't done much with it. I would love to do a demo. Yeah, I might even be able to do some videos if I just get. I'm still myself learning. Really good person to watch about this is Becky with Power Tools with Fred. She's amazing. She is every morning, I think at 7 a.m. She does what she calls a virtual retreat in her Stitch-uation room, and she's in Texas, so Central Time. But it is she's a long armor. She does applique. She does quilt design. She does quilting. So she does a lot of tutorials and videos on non-traditional quilting, and specifically embroidery and applique. So the scan and cut is shown a lot there, and I catch her stuff, but definitely get a little more information direct from her directly. This will draw. You can also, so what you can do is you can say, you know what, I like this, and then you copy it to a piece of paper so it's not thick because this is a card. Or let's just go further. We like this. And then you put it in the machine and it scans it in, it comes back out, then it says, okay, I took a picture of this. And then you load your mat it's tacky and it has your fabric that you want cut out on that, and then you tell it what to cut. Like this is something you wouldn't tell it to cut every single. So yeah, you guys are really want to play in my sewing room. So I really like applique and embroidery, machine embroidery, and that's what they're pointing out. There's a machine right here. You can see the edge of it. This is a serger, and on the next to that is a sewing and embroidery machine that's set up for embroidery, and it's just been sitting there covered for a couple of years, just like the scan and cut. So I would like to spend more time in here playing. Other things that kept me busy. What's the size of the block you're going to make with the mini charm pack? I should get back to doing that. It is 12 by 12 is its finished size. That's tiny right here. So on Monday we'll have little kits where you're going to get your background fabric. And the charm, and then it takes 2 more fat quarters to do the binding and the backing, and I may or may not do those other 2 fabrics because they're just going to be solids. We'll find out on Monday what I do, but you're going to get these 2 pieces and this, and I'll just make little kits that will be available we'll show them on Monday. So let's get my thingy. Do some sewing. So this is called a mini Moda Love Mini Charm. If you guys have more things you want to specifically address, feel free to throw it in the chat. Otherwise, I'm just gonna kind of let this video play while I do some quilting, some therapy. I haven't done any. I take it back. Over the weekends, I actually have been spending some time sitting and sewing, but not enough. Yeah, exactly what Star was saying. It makes it a lot easier. I don't have it right here, but the duckbill scissors have a build to it. It's really hard to explain, but I've shown them before, and I'm sure you'll recognize it when you see it. And its name is pretty descriptive, but it's a type of scissors that helps you when you're trying to trim really close to the threads. When you've stitched it down and you need to trim the excess off, you don't have to worry about that process with the scan and cut because you have already cut your piece ahead of time to the exact size that needs to be. So all you're doing is stitching over top of it. There's nothing to trim off of it because you've got it right. So anyway, this is this really cute line. Okay, it says select 18 squares to make half square rectangle blocks or triangle blocks, and then 12 squares to be used on the top. I'm guessing it's talking about these solid squares that are here. I don't want that one because it's almost no color. I would have to put a big investment in getting it. I still think it's a great product. It's just not something that we're choosing to carry right now because we're just kind of having to pick and choose. um, how's my recovery, says Rhonda. I'm doing well. I hurt, not gonna lie. I am sitting on a really padded jelly cushion right now, and that's the only way I'm able to handle sitting. But I can at least sit where I couldn't do that before. And the doctors are still, I have a follow-up with him, I think in the week after next. Feeling like I don't need surgery. And I was doing some research, and surgery would actually be really nice. It would fix all the things that I don't like about my leg, but it would be a really hard surgery. So I'm okay not doing the surgery. Okay, so as I'm going through this, I'm pulling out anything that has a white background, I've decided so far. Maybe I'll let that be part of the, because there's so many darks. I just read Starla. Yeah, the scan cut makes it so you don't have to trace. It does make it so that the light box is not. Oh, you're here. Let me open the door for you, Roxy. She is at my house. Let me communicate with her. I should be a Studio 180 teacher. I don't know what that is. Sounds interesting. How come I can't get to my... Roxy. Okay. So she's not going to know what she's doing. We'll figure this out. Actually, maybe what I'll do is I'll leave this running and go keep her situated. So I'll be gone in about 5 minutes. And if you're still here, great. If not, you can come back and see what's going on with this. But basically, I need 18 squares to make half square triangles, and then 12 that will be used as solid pieces. And then we'll be cutting up a bunch of this. It says cut 2.5-inch strips and then cut 18 2.5-inch squares. Now this is just a back quarter. You'll fold. Oh, okay, Roxy, you got it. I'm going to let you fold what's in on the big table. Shoot. You can't get to it. You know what? I'm going to be right back. Don't go anywhere. watching this in the garage. I didn't know you could see this. That's good. I would love the products. Pat, I'm gonna have to look into that. If you can send me something that would help me find it, that would be lovely, Pat. Rhonda's working on a baby quilt with snowmen on it. Cat lady, how big is the quilting mat in the background? Ooh. This actually is only one section. Oh, of a 3-part thing. So you see right here, it's 1, 2, 3. So this right here is one section, and I have one right here. That's what this is, and I have another one somewhere else. So individually, 35 by 70 is this total. That doesn't seem right. Yeah, 70. Okay, 35 by 70. So they're 23 by 35, but there's 3 in here. But this is the size of 23 by 35. And I used it when I had another space, but now I've got, you can't see it, turn the light on, but there's a big work table over there as well as one in the garage. And I went ahead and got just the one solid piece, like a kind of a vinyl, oh, it's a plastic. Anyway, it's a cutting mat. That's all one piece, so I have to worry about the seams. But for this, especially when I'm piecing it and using parts, it's worked well. Let's see. When it's a company for Deb Tucker. Okay, thanks, Pat. All right, so I'm going to, like I said, just kind of separate my stuff here. So I've got the figure. Maybe that would be fine against that. I think this bigger print would be really pretty. The lighter ones I'm going to pull off to the side, since I definitely am not using the whole thing. 1, 2. That's 18. Eight, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. This is what I'm not going to use. I don't know what order these are going to be, and it doesn't matter. I know who Deb Tucker is. I just never realized what she did. Maggie says, I really like the full color folder. Thank you. That's something new we're trying. So that makes it easier for us to send things your way, and then you also don't have a lot of loose things. So thank you. I'm just trying to mix these up. Who am I kidding? All right, so there's that. Now it says make 3 2.5 by width of fabric and 2 2-inch width of fabric. So fabric. This color is La Creme by Riley Blake. With the fabric. Okay, so that's this way. Think about that. I'm going to all these things. I just felt like sewing, so I'm kind of bored. Oh, hey, these are duckbill scissors. So it has a bend to it. So when you stitch something down, you go around it, and this side will not cut. And it's also, there's no point on it to get stuck in things. So it just, you'll have to see them in action, but that's what these are for. These are for applicating. And I have a pair right here. Alrighty, let's do something here. There's so many things I'm in the middle of. What Roxy's working on right now, I am so excited about. I have been waiting all year for it. And then there was a change in plan and it looked like we weren't going to get it. And then we did get it, but we got a better version of it and it just showed up. So that's all I'm going to tell you. But it's for the Advents. I'm not even going to tell you which box it is, but I'm really excited about it. Let's use this. 2.5. There's my 2 strips. It wants a third one. I think the gift exchange would be fun, but you know, and the main thing is it's just fun to exchange gifts, but you're also going to get something that you want because you put it on your wish list. So that is the real thing. Is like, what do you need? What's a practical gift? That's why the wish list is in there. Okay. And I still have all this left over, and I could probably even use that for my. Okay, so we are taking. Oh, we're going to cut it down. I don't like that. Give you a sneak peek. Nope. Nope. I'll be really sad if you guys are not as excited about this as I am. So I guess you should act excited even if you're not. I'm sure you will be. Why would you not be? I also get really anxious right now, especially when the boxes start going out, because I hope that you guys are getting things you like. $18. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 12, 18. This doesn't make sense. I have a lot of pieces left over. 14, 16. I always want the largest scraps I can. That's a usable scrap. It is. But I didn't want to cut through all these layers just to get a whole bunch of large scraps. All right. Now we're going to pair them up. You know, there's no rhyme or reason to what I'm doing, other than I'm trying to separate the colors to not be all in one spot. 1, 2, 14, 15, 16, 17. These are going to be paired with these, and these are going to be whole ones that will be used as we build the rock. And then these are the square pieces. I'm going to be cutting 16 of these. The jewel thieves, see if they'll come and break into softsquares and tell you what the advents are. Ha ha ha. It's locked up pretty good. I didn't think jewel thievery was a thing anymore. It just seems like it's old school, you know, technology and security, and I couldn't believe that had happened. Okay. 8. 12. And again, a big piece. I feel like the instructions could have used better because I have these big scraps. Oh well. That's exactly what I was thinking, Starla. Like, wow. And maybe that's exactly why they did it, is they didn't have technology. Maybe they saw. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to use my tape on my machine to do this, and I'm not going to draw a line because I've got this right here. I think all of these are going to get trimmed down though. Oh yeah, it says to square these down. We'll do that in a minute. I'm so excited. All right. How many of you use the diagonal seam tape that's on your, well, that's on my machine. It doesn't necessarily come on your machine. But how many of you like do that? There. On bigger blocks, I will draw a line or press the seam because that's actually I like the pressing of the seam. But on these little ones where I can see top and bottom right here, this is easier. You have a laser, Starla? Maggie, that's a nice try. She's watching the chat unless she turned it off. But that's awesome. And she actually doesn't know what she's looking at because it's a little it's not, it's part of a project. So she probably couldn't even tell you what she was looking at. You have trouble with seam tape. Well, I can tell you right now, I should put new on because this is curling. And I'm too lazy to stand up. I thought I had some like right here. If I did, I would change it right now. I don't. That's all right. It's got a purpose. You want a laser but need a green or blue light. The red one causes migraines. A smart sewing machine company would recognize that red can't be used by everybody. So maybe somebody has one. If not, I know you can get aftermarket lasers. The one that I have, I think, is red too. I don't even know where it's at. I needed it to help with my embroidery since I haven't been doing that. Roxy says it's pretty. Roxy has been a lifesaver. And Roxy, if you, for some reason, get through all of that stack that was sitting right there, underneath it was some white fabric. Those can be made into fat quarters. So those will have to be cut. So don't fold them as they are. I seriously doubt you will get through to that. But you know what? You're also a very fast folder. She was cutting as fast as, or folding as fast as Shannon was cutting the other day. Wait. Yeah, there's white fabric. I knew it. It's like, I'll tell you there's white fabric. Yeah. That lady says Roxy should just come up behind me and hold things. Well, I'm nowhere near Roxy. I miss my sewing room. I really have not been in here much this last couple months. And I just want to sew, guys. I just want to sew. Just want to play. So once I start feeling better and we get this big thing done, then I'm going to be working on things to show you for the videos that we'll be making for the advents. So I still can't show you what I will be working on. And this one right here was just kind of I just needed a little project to play with. Let's see here. We're going to go there. Am I doing that right? We haven't done a lot with these little mini charms, but I think this is such pretty fabric. I really wanted to do something with it. So I think I'm just going to make a little block, not even a. Yeah, Starla, did you guys make the wonky houses? I actually still have kits, the wonky house, and I still have pieces and parts of it because I keep running into the wonky project parts box. So I'm thinking that might be something we should maybe do. You are going to get projects in your advents, and we do have leftover kits from last year's projects, and I have been thinking that on one of these lives we will I think we'll bring out what we have left over from those, and that'll be fun. We did a clock last year, and here's mine. The battery died on it, so it's not the right time, but actually that battery needs to come out of there. So last year, one of the kits was this clock, and you just put any 9 patch in there, and then we give you the rest of it for it. So mine was, or any square, any block in there, 9 inches square. Anyway, I had a lot of fun with those. I really need a little. I'm gonna have to get up even if I don't want to. I need to go get my little round. Yeah. Last year, you guys also got a Sue Daily round turntable. And I need to go get mine right now because this is what I'm going to need for this. And I need the 2.5-inch square up ruler. And I thought I had it over here. This is big. So it's really easy to lose. They're projects. They're really fun, cute projects. It's all goofy. I know. I'm trying to not overwhelm you guys with tedious projects. Last year, the wonky project had a lot to it. So they will not be that complex. Project. Anyway, yeah, so it will be fun. In fact, I don't know if you can see this right here. First of all, this is a knee bar that goes with my machine, and it's just kind of hanging out of this. But this basket right here, this round brown basket and the things in it, those are all things related to the advent box. So good luck trying to figure out what's in there. Oh, there's always candy. Yes, of course there's candy. You always get sweets. Had to tend to your doggies. Mine, I don't know where she went. There's a heated bed for her right here that she's not usually in unless I'm sitting here, and I don't sit here very often. So she has her favorite spot in the hall where she can kind of see everything everywhere, keep an eye on the house, you know. Some of those blocks didn't get sewn very straight. But yeah, in a half an hour I have to take her to the vet. So actually I'm gonna have to log off of here in probably 10 minutes. I don't usually have a vet appointment after these. I also don't usually start a sewing project after the Stitch-uation. So I'm gonna get a lot of this done, but assembly will not be happening on my. So after this, I have to square them up, but then I lay it out, and then it's just sew the rows. So it will come together. It will come together. That's so hard to see on the back of the white. You have to rotate mine. Bringing the camera closer. You want to see the little teeny 2-inch half square triangles? They're very little. Thank you, Pat. I'm sure she'll be fine. Other than I'd like to, make her feel better. This is a follow-up. So I'm not taking her in with a new problem. It just we didn't solve one of the problems. So I am wondering, because she's been on antibiotic, and they gave her what you would normally need for UTI, and I found these cranberry dog treats, and I've been giving her those. And I'm wondering if it's not UTI, if it's maybe something with her kidneys. I have no idea. Just don't know. Okay, so let's brush you guys open. Oh, towards the basket. A little slow. I didn't catch on to that. Yeah, right. That would be really helpful towards the basket, but there's a reason that's clear over there. Anyway, no, it's fun. The Advents are lots and lots of fun, and but it's nerve-wracking too because I want to make sure that they're good things, and made for quilters by a quilter. That's what I say. Let's see if I can do something with just these few little pieces that I have got. I don't have a square up ruler right here with me. This is my own soft squares ruler that was in the mystery box. Let's see if this will work, and it won't because it has this 1/2 inch in the middle, and then the numbers change, and I need that what's in the middle. All right. Oh. Oh, this is what I want. This is the Cute Cuts ruler. So I want you to be a 2-inch square. Oh, these are big. I obviously do kind of a scant seam. Okay. Line my 2 and my 2 up. There. Did I cut the corner off? Oh well. I don't like squaring things up this way. I like the smaller ruler and the rotating mat and the block lock. But this works if you don't have those things. I just want to sew a couple of these together so I can see what they look like. So I'm going to do the top row. I'm just going to do this row right here. So it's basically 2 sets of these, and then 2 sets of these with the white in. Want to mix it up better though. Yeah. We'll do it like that. How's the retreat coming along? We still have some things. So we are gonna have fun. We're getting that all worked out. I can't remember what I'm doing. This goes here and this goes here. And then these here. And then we have this is the whole top row, guys. All right, so there's my top row of my project. And that's all I have time for right now. I have to run the typer to the rest, but this is where I am. This row right here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more. And mainly squaring these up and sewing my rows. So these are what's going to drive me crazy. As for triangles, I'm going to come back with a tool that I really want. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Yeah, if you have any questions, go back and watch the video. And we'll see you on Monday night for our live at 5. And that's Mountain Time. Where these little fabrics that I'm playing with, I'll have kits with those. We're also going to have some other things. So anyway, bye guys. Have a great day.